The last episode ended with the smallest hint of hope trying to force its way out of the ash of our collective morale. Still, I'm prepared this week to remain devastated. So, I mean, there's a lot to be devastated about. We're still reeling from the loss of Dee. Gaeta had a real hard time in the webisodes and seems to be preparing to do something big. I don't know what that is or how that'll impact the show. Hopefully that happens this week because my patience is running thin. I also am very, very curious. Ellen, I know last week I kind of rejected it a little bit. I was really struggling to accept that she might be the final and fifth and final Cylon, but honestly, it just doesn't make any sense at all that she's not the fifth and final Cylon unless Ty was just having a walking out into the ocean fake vision. Like, if the show directly lied to us, that's the only way she's not the fifth Cylon. But then how does that play? Is that just kind of like, well, she's dead, done, and gone? Is she somehow an older Model 6? I don't think so. I think that would be weird and incorrect. I am very, very... I don't know. I'm just really curious to see how this all plays out. And I hope we get to build upon that storyline today as well. So I think this episode is called A Disquiet Follows My Soul or something around those. So it really speaks to the hope that probably is just, let's just forget about hope for a while and enjoy this episode for what it is. Let's experience this right now for the very first time.
I'm not torturing her if that's what you're worried about.
Oh yeah, the fact that he's been seeing Ellen is gonna have much more significance now. Morning medication? It's probably just vitamins.
I don't see anything.
Wait, I see something.
Where?
Right there. Wait, no?
That's right, she's pregnant.
What?
Fully Cylon, baby? I don't know what to make of it.
It's our baby, so. Our baby.
Baby boy.
Who would have ever thought Caprica would be having a baby at all, let alone with Saul?
Do you know what that is, really?
A miracle?
That's the future of the entire Cylon race. No Cylon-Cylon pairing has ever produced a child.
Why is this different? Is it because he's a different model?
That means it's possible for our race to survive even without resurrection.
You gotta wonder, what is she thinking as she's hearing this? The nurse, or whatever her role is.
He's backed up today, but he shouldn't be much longer.
No problem. At least the Cylons are having fun, right?
Renewed fuel for his...
Suicides are up. Fleet's a mess. President's missing in action, but hey, gotta make sure the Cylons are taken care of.
I need help!
It's busy today, Chief.
He's being blood.
It's gonna be a while. We'll get him to bed 3.
Whoa, wait.
Can't keep those toasters waiting.
Right.
What's he gonna do? Man, if you didn't watch the Face of the Enemy webisodes, go watch them.
Is Colonel Ty still serving as executive officer? And aren't you concerned about having a Cylon, a second in command of the fleet?
No.
I'm not going to discuss military protocol or chain of command in a public forum.
Is it true you're contemplating forming a permanent alliance with the rebel Cylons currently in this fleet?
I'm not going to talk about hypotheticals.
Is it a hypothetical?
The president is resting comfortably aboard Galactica.
Do you have any information on the identity of the fifth Cylon?
No, but we believe she died some time ago.
She?
How do you know it was a...
He slipped! He slipped! Was she possibly resurrected?
Permanent alliance between this government and the Cylons. Any Cylons is out of the question. I hope you both know that.
Yeah, well, it's not your call.
If you try to shove an alliance with the Cylons down our throats, there'll be consequences, Admiral.
Thank you, Mr. Zarek. Makes it a little bit easier to know who to hold responsible if there's an unfortunate incident.
Thank you for turning that around on him. Oh gosh. This is just a nightmare of a situation. What you doing with that, Zarek? I mean, listen, you've grown on me a lot since you were introduced, and I do have a measure of trust in you, but oh, trust me, it'll leave immediately if you try anything shifty, shady, or... I was trying to think of another SH word, I couldn't. Do you have one? Put it in the comments.
Nothing.
The words will come, guys. They always do.
Oh, writer's block? Lack of inspiration?
They're not his. They're only mine.
Has he lost his faith?
And I'm making them up.
You are the instrument that he uses to speak with his people.
Really? So what if I go out there and tell them God's a fraud? And a hoax? And a lie?
You won't. He has a plan, Gaius.
And dying out here in the trackless wastes of deep space seems to be part of that plan.
We should be able to upgrade all the jump drives in the entire fleet with Cylon technology.
These are civilian ships. What are you going to do? Upgrade their engines at gunpoint? We need the Quorum to get civilian cooperation.
What will it take to get the Quorum to sign off?
A miracle.
And make these upgrades with Galactica personnel only.
I barely understand this stuff, and we are gonna need teams of Sharons and Sixes.
They'll go nuts.
We gotta sell them on it. Athena tells me the upgrade should triple the fleet's jump capacity.
Absolutely. Their technology, our technology is way ahead of ours, yours.
Maybe you'd like a chart to keep it all straight.
He's trying, okay? I mean, I respect that he's trying. He's just trying to accept who he is and deal with it. I think that's healthy. Confusing, but healthy.
What's the catch? Because there is a catch, right?
We want to be part of the fleet, not just along for the ride. Full members, citizens, seat at the Quorum, the whole thing.
What? Are you insane?
Non-negotiable. We want safety in case Cavil's forces arrive. Now, for citizens, your oath states that you protect us just like everybody else.
You're not seriously thinking about this.
Sir.
You're not seriously thinking about this, sir.
All options are on the table, Mr. Gaeta. This is a political decision. We'll have to run it by the president. I don't give a frack what you think about me or the Cylons or anything else. You wear the uniform, you obey the rules.
Yeah.
That means you lock up your personal crap and treat the old man with the respect he's due, or you'll find yourself shoveling waste on the recycling ship. Something else you want to say?
Not yet.
Oh, you let me know.
You can count on it, sir.
Such a great scene. Oh my gosh.
You know the president stopped returning my calls.
She's going through a rough patch. We all are. She'll get through it.
Will she? I'm not as optimistic. I'm rooting for her. I'm assuming she's just been like in a depressed state, hasn't left her bed or her room. Maybe she's still lying on the floor for all I know. I think she needs some serious help, maybe therapy to literally get up. Let's find out. I mean, she's up. Also ignoring the phone call, so. Is she still in her completely giving up state?
Acute renal failure. I think we caught it in time to manage with dialysis.
The next step, what do I do? Give some blood, build up supply?
We have enough of his type in the blood bank.
He's half Cylon.
Right, I hadn't thought about that. We should,
This is ridiculous. You have to tell him.
Ishay.
Tell me what?
This little boy could die. His father should know.
Ishay, zip it!
What? Why is he?
What is she talking about?
I guess you better come with me.
Was he keep? I'm just gonna shut up and watch it. I'm just stunned.
I was bound by doctor-patient confidentiality in this. Even though she's dead now, it's still applied.
Callie?
I'm not his father, am I?
I'm sorry.
What?
She found out she was pregnant just before you got married. She wasn't sure that you were the father. Then later on, she asked me to do a paternity test because she wanted to know.
Oh my gosh. Do we know who the father is? And does it matter?
He doesn't know either. I'll tell him, and then the two of you can work it out on your own.
Well, there's something I just didn't. I didn't see that coming. I feel so sad for Tyrell. He loves that little child. I couldn't remember if it was a boy or a girl. I think it's a boy. He loves that little boy there. Sorry, this is not a laughing matter.
Truth is, I haven't felt this good in months.
Because she stopped taking the meds, and so she's got the initial feeling better before things.
You should address the fleet. That an alliance with the Cylons is critical.
Sure. Not just yet, though. I need a little time.
She's not interested in doing it at all, I don't think.
We need you, Laura. I know that you're tired, but we need you.
He needs you.
I hear you. I need a little time.
Whatever it is, I'm not in the mood, Felix.
Oh, so you think I should give a frack about your mood?
I mean, common courtesy. Everyone should give a frack.
You tried to throw me out an airlock once. The charges at the time were collaborating with an enemy in a time of war. Turns out the jury that convicted me was made of 2 Cylons and a woman married to a Cylon.
Are we done? Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot. We haven't gotten to the leg yet.
50 billion people are dead and I'm supposed to give a frack about your leg?
Yeah, who killed those 50 billion people, Kara?
It wasn't me.
No, it was your husband.
It was not. I would not accept that. Sorry.
What was Sam doing on Caprica?
Hiding.
You think maybe he nuked a few cities, executed a few thousand prisoners?
Gaeta deserves a punch in the face.
Well, then again, maybe you're a Cylon too.
All due respect.
At least I'm not a gimp.
We don't know what she is. I mean, a little rude about his leg. We know that, but...
In case you're wondering, I will definitely hit a cripple.
I had no doubt she would hit a cripple. I don't think anyone did.
Somebody close that hatch. Let's talk.
He's definitely trying to start an anti-Cylon movement. We'll see how that goes. Interesting.
By increasing jump capacity, we increase the odds that we can find a habitable planet that we can call home.
We are being asked to allow Cylons unfettered access to the most critical systems on every ship in this fleet.
The leaders of this fleet are succumbing to wishful thinking because they can't face reality. And the reality is that the Rosalind Adam administration has led us nowhere. What is our feckless and dispirited leadership doing to solidify their position after
he's making a
failing
move.
us so miserably? Turning to the Cylons. The chair moves that any decision on allowing Cylons to board any ship in this fleet be made by the captain and the people living on that ship and not the Rosalind Adama administration.
What we need right now is unity.
It's not an unreasonable motion.
All in favor? All opposed?
Just leave.
Vote is 11-1. Motion carries. No Cylon will
I'm not
board
really
a ship in this
opposed,
fleet
to be honest.
without permission of its people.
Oh, wait, hang on. Was that not just about the work being done? Was that saying that Cylons are restricted from entering ships? I don't know if I agree with that. Oh, it's so interesting.
What can I do? I got 20 men sick. I'm working double crews.
Your people are not sick. They're reporting sick.
Huh.
It's a dodge. 10 offline.
Oh, gosh.
This fracking cannot happen. You get your crew up here, and I want this place cleaned up. You look good.
Thank you.
You're not supposed to look good. You're supposed to be in sick bay with a tube in your arm.
Caught. Send me to the brig. I can run there. I played my role in this farce. A dying leader will guide the people to the blah, blah, blah. Frickin' blah, blah.
Yeah, she's done, man.
Do you remember what we said on New Caprica? How we talked about trying to live for today? Well, you better think about that because maybe today is all we have left. I've earned the right to live a little before I die.
You've at least earned the right to make the choice, even if I don't like it.
So have you.
Aw.
Now get out of my way.
I'm running.
Are these the actions of a father towards his children?
No, it's not right. You're letting anger blind you.
We'll tell him what to say then. Okay, Head 6?
Perhaps we are not the ones in need of forgiveness. Perhaps it is God.
So he's like stirring up a revolt against God. To what end? To what end?
Carl told me. I didn't know. We should talk.
Oh. Yeah. Honestly, you know what? Hit him one more time for good measure. You may not have known that she had your baby, but you knew you slept with her. They may not have been married at the time, but they were together.
They'll do anything I tell them to, won't they?
They're your flock. They'll follow you even into blasphemy.
Flock, that's appropriate for sheep, isn't it? These people are in for more trouble than they know.
All right, Tyrell, that's enough. Don't kill the man.
10 of our ships refuse a direct order from the flagship. Another 12 won't even respond to our hail.
They're not doing anything illegal. Quorum gave every ship the right to refuse any Cylon or Cylon technology aboard.
Jump drive upgrades is a military decision.
You alone get to make that determination?
Historically.
Sir?
You have a problem with that?
The crew of the Tillium ship is mutinied.
What?
Killed a Cylon and 2 Marines.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna turn into the biggest nightmare yet. It is a problem if 10 or 12 of our ships can't follow the rest of the ships in a jump because of old technology.
Pulling out a formation and spinning up their FTL drives.
What? they're gonna just abandon us and make a go at it on their own?
They're communicating with Colonial 1, sir.
What?
The president?
Oh, fracking Zarek.
They have no right to board your ship without your permission.
If they're doing a mutiny, they sure as frack do.
What should we do, Mr. Vice President? Every citizen has the right to protect themselves from oppression. Take whatever measures you think necessary.
So what do we need to do to get Zarek out of office? Like, what he's doing surely crosses some line, yeah? Or does his new law... I mean, it wasn't like it was written. It's not like we can look at the fine print.
You're ordered to board the Colonial 1. Locate and arrest the Vice President.
Yes.
Then bring him back to Galactica.
What are my orders if he resists?
Shoot him in the kneecaps.
The use of deadly force is authorized.
Or more extreme. Honestly, I knew this was going to become a mess, but it's become a much bigger mess than I anticipated. How dare I underestimate the amount of mess this show can create.
I don't even know who I am.
He barely knows who I am. Don't worry, we'll make it work.
Because Tyrell's a good guy, despite the over... So I guess Tyrell's son actually being Hot Dog's son is a good way of sidestepping the significance of Hera being the first half-human, half-Cylon baby. Assuming that significance still comes into play later.
You see, I believe that you would walk happily to the gallows if you could do it as a martyr to your cause. Drug running, gambling, theft, even a murder or two. I don't think that the legend and the myth, Tom Zarek, can survive the airing of that much dirty laundry.
You think I know where the Tillium ship is?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I know that you do.
It just wouldn't make sense for them to jump somewhere where they would be isolated and on their own forever.
You know what the difference is between you and I, Admiral? You wear that uniform. And I don't.
Coordinates? I'm enjoying this Eric storyline right now. I don't know what I know where anything in this fracking show is going.
Let me know when they find the Tillium ship. I'll be with the president.
Yeah, you got it.
Khan, this is Athena. Stand by to be boarded.
Every revolution begins with one small act of courage. But I hope you know how serious this is.
Who's he talking to?
I hope you understand that this will have consequences.
Gata? I'm assuming it's Gata. Yep. Oh, we're gonna have our own civil war. Great.
The world is fracked.
I'm firmly against
down.
this.
Somebody's got to turn it right side up. Are you that man?
No.
I'm one of them. I need a partner.
You've got one.
Ooh, this is intriguing. But also, that's my official statement on this issue. Hey, look who's back. Oh, man.
That's good. Take it from here, Saul.
Oh, look. Finally? My gosh.
They found the Tillium ship.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming this is the first time, maybe it's not. What do I know?
Do you care?
Mm-mm.
Accurate. Love that for her.
Neither do I.
But you need to either resign or, start taking some responsibility. Like, care a little bit. You know what, though? I'm happy they both are in a carefree state of mind. That's true relaxation, He can really rest and recharge and be ready for the next challenge because, my God, we've already got a glimpse. There is a huge challenge coming his way. They're not ready for it. I'm not ready for it, but I'm so excited for it. Oh, this is a great way to end this episode. Yeah, it was a perfect ending because we have this great sense of dread, but also like a little bit of reprieve, a little moment of peace, a little oasis. Perhaps it's the eye of the storm, or the calm before the storm, rather. This is definitely one of my favorite shows of all time, and I'm so excited. I'm just sitting here trying to process everything that just happened in this episode. What an episode. A lot of reveals, a lot of setup, a lot still to come this season. I want to thank my patrons who have informed me that they are very intentionally saying very little in the current episodes that are releasing on Patreon. They get the episodes 5 weeks before you do. And whew, I don't know what's to come or what all they're keeping to themselves. Clearly it's a lot if they feel like they can't even comment a little bit on some of the episodes. So thank you, YouTube, as well, for your wonderful assistance in helping me remain as spoiler free as it is humanly possible, more or less. Okay, let me know what you think about the hot dog reveal, because what I don't like that Callie, obviously, why? I mean, who out there would like the fact that Callie cheated on Tyrell? You know, whatever, but. It makes me sad for Tyrell, right? Like his son was such an important connection that he had to his humanity, and it's like, oh, just kidding. I do think this storyline was maybe a little bit of a plot point to cover up or get out of the significance that was put on Hera early on in the show as the first and only hybrid of human and Cylon. I'm enjoying the plot lines. I find them honestly wonderfully complex and muddled and gray, and I don't know what the right course of action is with any of these plot lines. I know Gaeta shouldn't be plotting with Zarek to form an insurrection. Boo. I appreciate the webisodes that give some context to what otherwise would absolutely seem a very surprising out of left field move by Gaeta. It still feels a little extreme and out of left field, to be honest with you. I'm glad they're giving Gaeta like something important to do, but wow, Gaeta. I mean, look, he's been through a lot, and so it's hard to. No, I'm gonna fault him for it. Stop doing this. On the other hand, please let me see what happens. Yay, Roslyn and Adama. Happy for them. As I said, a little genuine. Hopefully refueling of his personal stamina, like before all hell breaks loose. I don't know what the next episode's called. My guess is all hell breaks loose. I feel like we're in real trouble, and I don't want to sit here and speculate or meander too long. I'm loving this show right now. I'm so excited to see where this goes and what's coming, and of course, there's lots of roaming plot lines out there in the world. Like, where are we going with this? What's going on with Gaius and his cult and Head 6? And oh boy, yeah. It's messy. It's messy right now, but it's about to get messier, and I'm here for it. So let's watch the next episode. Next week, of course, unless you don't want to wait, you could check out YouTube channel memberships at the early access level. You can watch the next 5 weeks worth of episodes right now. You can do the same thing over on Patreon for a little bit less, and that includes full episode reactions. And so check it out if you want to. Much appreciation to you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.